So then we have Living Kringle, which is from Living Single. This is definitely season. This is season 1, episode 15. I know that for sure. And no one's into the Christmas spirit except Sinclair, because I think this is Sinclair's pretty much first Christmas away from her family, but she wants to spend it with her friends, and she's trying to get everybody to come over to the house so they can celebrate. They all got other ideas of what they want to do. She eventually gets them together into this one room to celebrate. They start singing, they're having a good time, and then they all just kind of like trail off because they have other stuff to do. Overton's got to go fix someone's sink. Maxine has a date. She's got a hot date she wants to go to. Khadijah wants to go back to the office and work. Regine's got something she needs to do at the boutique because she's going to get 15% commission. She's like, I'm going to go make some money. And it just upsets Sinclair because to her, Christmas is about spending time with family. And then essentially you see that she has gotten everyone these like very custom presents. And they're all kind of feel bad after seeing the presents, like, damn, like Sinclair really put a lot of thought into this. I feel really bad. So they all go back to the house to see if she's there, and she's gone. She didn't wait for them. She went out to go find her own fun. And they find her in a bar leading a group of people like a choir. And, you know, they apologize to her and they realize how important it is. And then they make the effort. And I think that's what Christmas is supposed to be about, to me anyway. Or the holidays are supposed to be about, like, togetherness, being around people that make you happy, being around, you know, she's like, I'm going to be around my favorite cousin and my best friends. And that's what it was about for her. It wasn't about hooking up or just all these like little tedious, tiny, like dumb things that they want to go do. Kyle wants to go trade stocks and 15% commission for Regine. And it's just like, who cares about that stuff if you don't have like people to enjoy it with? So they eventually, you know, apologize and they realize her point and they have a good holiday. But yeah, I don't know. That's why probably Sinclair is like one of the best characters on that show, because they don't give her enough credit because she's like such a silly person and she's such a goofy lady, but she's always had like their best interests at heart. And I think she really showed them in that episode, like why Christmas is important and why family is important.
I don't have anything to add on.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are your thoughts on that episode?
I wrote a note to connect to a later segment.
You what?
I said I just wrote a note to like connect to a later segment. You're good. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Sorry, hold on one second. And then the last episode I put, which is a Kwanzaa episode of the Rugrats.
Oh yeah. We talked about that last year.
I don't know the season. I just know it's the 143rd episode, and all the kids learn from Susie's. They learn from Susie's grandma about Kwanzaa, and she explains to them like the principles and what Kwanzaa is about. And then Susie kind of gets bummed out because she feels like she hasn't accomplished anything yet in her life, and she's like, I want to be great like my ancestors and like, you know, the people that came before me. And it's like, Susie, baby, you're only 3 years old. You have plenty of time to give. And then that's pretty much the end of the episode. But it is nice to see like episodes of Rugrats, the Proud Family, where they do episodes about Kwanzaa, because I feel like Kwanzaa is never really talked about when it comes to holiday specials.
Right.
And you just in general, you hear everyone say like, oh, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, but you never hear anyone really say Happy Kwanzaa. And I think that's because a lot of people aren't so public about celebrating Kwanzaa. Like besides you, my cousins celebrate Kwanzaa. The twins, Shonda and Shalisha, they celebrate Kwanzaa. They have their kinara, and they go through the principles and everything. And they're just like, they love Kwanzaa, and that's what they celebrate instead of Christmas, because I think they celebrate Christmas too because most of their family does. Bless you if you sneezed. But yeah, they definitely celebrate Kwanzaa, and I think that's great because, like I told you before, I celebrated Kwanzaa as a kid, but not because of my parents, but because when I went to school, we had teachers that were like, have you guys ever heard of Kwanzaa? And they taught us about Kwanzaa, they taught us about Hanukkah, they taught us about Christmas. They were like, yeah, there's so many different kinds of celebrations happening around this time of year. So let's like learn about Kwanzaa. And so we learned about Kwanzaa. We learned about the 7 principles. We learned that it went to like to first day, like to New Year's, like well, yeah, New Year's Day.